Okay, so we'll just get started. Okay, so yesterday we were discussing about various modules in HPLM. Okay, so just a quick review on that. So HPLM, we have so many modules, but four major modules as a testing point of view. That's requirements to view the requirements. Okay, test plan to write the test cases. That's it. I mean, you just write the test cases. At the max, if there are scripts like UFT scripts or Selenium scripts or load runner scripts or anything, sort of that, you can just put into the attachment in the test plan and that's it. Test lab is to execute the test cases. Okay, where we pull up all the information, pull up all the steps from the test plan. So we need to pull up manually. Okay, so this is not like if you have written in test plan, it will automatically appear in the test lab. No, this is it's an old version. Since if you got used to Rally, so you need to little bit come to that from digital age to industrial age, because this is not at that time they didn't thought of that. Okay, so once you have pull up the test cases from the test lab, you execute the test case. Okay, so once you have executed, make sure you have all the documents in execution like you do in Rally. Okay, you need to put the screenshots, all those things, document it, put all the evidence. You want to do it in MS Word, MS Excel, you have your own document. You put that, screenshots or images or files or data, whatever the you have this. Sometimes you have .txt file, the CSV file. Okay, so you can also put that if you have anything that ETL related. If you are working on ETL related, you can put them. Okay, and the defects. So defects we'll learn today. Once you have done that, okay, let's say you have executed it. Go back. Okay, you have executed one of this and you have documented it. And this so even if one test step is failed, so we have this, let's say we have this 5 test steps, right? This step, step 1, step 2, step 3. Even if one test step is failed, a whole test set is failed. So this is set, right? This is failed, and you can't just change it. I'll change it right from failed to pass. It shows us pass. Now it's good. No, you cannot do that, because once you do this, all this time is being noted here. Okay, so the moment you do this, they will catch you red-handed, saying that how can you pass that test case in just 1 second? There is no way you can pass a whole test set in 1 second. Here you see this. There's a time. 11:31. You executed first step, second step 32, step 33. So you're taking time. So you cannot do just change, and moreover it shows in the history what you're trying to do here. So you cannot just skip that. Okay, you cannot skip that execution part. You need to execute it manually. And once it's failed, unless specified by a lead, right? Let's lead or manager says, okay, put it block or put it in by a no done or no complete, no not completed or something like that. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot just click on that and just change it step as you like. Okay. Because you will be you will get caught red-handed. Okay. So let's go to defects. Okay, here let's say you have, let's say you have completed your testing, and you need to open defects. Okay, you can open multiple defects or single defects. Make sure to start with, you don't want to open multiple issues in one defect, try to open a different unless it is a different issues, try to open mostly, try to open multiple defects. Why? Because some, not always necessary that defect will go to that developer. There are plenty of people who are working there. So many people are working, and as I told you, there is so many issues that can be caused by anyone. It might be document issue, it might be architect issue, configuration issue. If there's a configuration issue, that might be a whole complete different team altogether. Okay, you don't even know about it. So there's a development issue. Okay, development is not one or two developer, right? It's a Java developer, web developer, HTML developer, Ajax developer, so on and so forth. So you don't know who is responsible for the defect. We just saw that issue just a website, just one page, we thought it's an issue and we just open it, but it's not necessary that it has to go to that only one developer. So there are tens of developers in each each module. For Java is the one, for web developer one, and Ajax one. All kind of issues. So you don't want to clog all the information in just one defect. So they may not able to understand, and it may not get fixed, and the issue may not be properly addressed. The first thing and foremost. So when you try to open an issue, make sure open it separately, or when you're trying to open multiple issues, right? Unless it is related to same or similar thing, so you get to know once you are experienced, other than that, you need to open different issues. So let's open a defect. So, so before this, right? So there was one interview question actually. There was like, how many ways you can open a defect? So in HPALM, they asked like how many ways you can open a defect, right? So there are multiple ways. Okay, so there's a multiple ways, but we stick to only 3 ways. Okay, there are 3 ways. Okay, so let's say from the defects module you can open a defects, that is new defect from here. Okay, and the other is when you're in the test lab, go to the test lab, and you can open defect by clicking here, click on this, and go to the link defects, and you can open defect and a link defect. Okay, you can even do right from here. Okay, so from this place you can do. Okay, and there's another way you can do is go ahead and click here. See, doesn't make sense. This is not supposed to be here. This is not even a defect. Okay, you don't want to open the defect from here, because once you open this defect from here, it's actually not linked to this set. Okay, you are working on test set. This has to be to this set. Once you open this defect from here, that is nowhere related to this set. So don't worry about it. I don't know why even made it that. It's really not required, because if you already have it here, link defects, and you open here, why are you supposed to need this? There's no need for that. Okay, and again you have one more from the test plan. Okay, nobody opens the defects from the test plan. That doesn't make sense, so we'll not worry about it. So even you have this option of opening defects from here. See this? Okay. So this is pretty much convoluted. So don't worry about all this. And the other way of opening defect is when you run this. Okay, so 3 ways, right? Once you open in the defects module, and the other is through this, click on this set, and click on link defects and open here. And the third and last one is when you run the defect. Click on run. Okay. Okay, don't worry about it. It's too much. From here you can open. So you see this new defect. Okay. So there are 3 ways. Okay. So any questions in this? Okay. 3 ways to open a defect. From one is defects module. One is test lab. You click on the set, test set, and go to link defects and open it. And the other is when you're executing the test set. When you're trying to execute the test set, you open it. 3. Remember those 3 remaining is not even required, because that's no way related to test set or something else. Okay. So let's open a defect from here. So it's always a good idea, even though this is a manual process, and go ahead, always open from the defects module so that you will not get confused, having too many places doing the same thing over and over. So just open this defects from the defects module. That should be good. Click on new defects and put the summary. Again, the same thing. Shipping and handling issue. And let's make sure use that naming convention again. Okay. So this naming convention, what you're trying to explain the issue, just 2-3 words the issue, and the name of the project, which project you're working on, Gym Online, and this star mark is up to you. Or it's a critical issue. Critical issue, or is it it's a production issue, or it's a minor issue? I really don't worry about it. Minor issue, fine. But if it's a production issue or if it's a critical issue, you really want to do this. Okay, you want to just see what escalated it, or you want to say production issue. Okay. You really want to escalate this and you want to fix it as soon as possible. Okay, and assign to. So this is the one who the developer will be working on. Okay, which browser it is. Let's say your so it is all this, this information should be filled. So whatever the information, these are mandatory information. So here you don't have mandatory, but real time, this will be mandatory. The project is mandatory, which project, because so many projects are working on. Okay, there are so many projects, not just one or two. And which project is really you belong to, which domain is it related to. So this issue, this field should be, mandatory. Without this, it doesn't go to the right person. Okay, detected on. So, okay, detected in version. So if it's any version, estimated fixed time. This is the job of a developer to put that information. Product area. Just put some priority. Please see to medium. So what project? Okay, ensure the project is right. And a regression testing, is it a regression? If it's a yes, then put a regression. If it's a no, then put it reproducible, yes or no. So most of the time, the defects are reproducible. Okay, so in that case, you put it as white. And sometimes they are not reproducible. So that really makes hard for the developer, because developer really doesn't care. Even if you put a screenshot and just say that, the guy will end up saying that it works on my machine. It works good in my machine. I don't care what machine you're using, what version you're using. I don't care what your tool you're using. It is working on my machine. So in that case, right, you cannot able to convince a developer that it's not reproducible. So you need to put a screenshot, or in the worst case, you need to bring him to your desk or take your laptop to them, saying that, hey, look at this, it's showing up. So that's what it happens to. It happened to me once. There was one issue which there was some icon is not showing up. That closed window was not showing up. So and I keep on opening the defect, and developer actually keep on rejecting it, saying that's not an issue. And he said like, no, it's working and fine in my machine. There's no issue. Then I talked to my lead saying that, hey, no, this is the issue, and developer is saying like this. So what happened? Right, we called the developers, so in real time, just look at this, and it's not always reproducible, right? It's not reproducible, but still little bit. So in that case, you want to show it and to the developer, then okay, developer then understands, okay, so this is how it's showing up. It might be something else. Might be something else issue. Okay. So in that case, you can check it yes or no. Okay. Severity, just stick to medium. So we have gone through this, right? We have various priority and severity. Okay. Status. See again, even to be put is open, but this ticket doesn't get open unless we cannot put it open right now. This has some issue. Okay. Once you put it new, then only you can change it to open. So make sure you change always this to open. Subject. If you want to subject, just put this. Functional. Put as functional district and fixed time against developer. All these should be filled by the developer. Detected by cycle, which cycle does it belongs to? 32. Detected and release, which release, detected environment. So we have this test environment, dev environment, and production environment. So which environment? Let me target cycle. So then cycle. Okay. And here, so after filling up all that information, just put as shipping handling. This is the one which I showed you the first class, right? So we just go to that. So this, shipping and handling. Okay, so we want to put as shipping and handling fee. Okay, shipping and handling fee is showing as $5 when trying to order a large quantity, and I want to put as for more information. Please see the chart below. Okay, and I'm going to put a screenshot here. Just take the print screen. So make sure you always screenshot or attachments. Easy. This is what you're trying to say. So once you highlight it, the developer will understand. And they will work on that. Okay, so here. image and upload image. Here you can also reduce it a little bit. So we'll just reduce it. Usually more viewable for the developer. Okay, and so you can also take snapshot. This is the right integrated from the HPLM. You can take the snapshot and once you use this, you can go to the website and drag this to get the snapshot of the image. So even that is fine. If you can add, so you just get what added. Okay, so here we got this. Or if you don't want to do, you can go to the attachment section and add this defect here. Okay, so it's up to you. Click on submit. Okay, so it got submitted. Okay, so we have assigned a defect ID here 146. Okay, and who is the developer, and it's assigned to the developer. And status again, as I told you, status should be always, it always should be open. Okay, you cannot put as new, and because if you here in this one, so this application is up to the HPLM admin how they want to do. Sometimes when you open defect, it automatically goes email to the developer. Starts in seconds. They will get in seconds, but sometimes doesn't. So you want to email it like from here. No, click on this, send an email. Okay, you want to just send an email here. Click on one, the defect number, and you want to send email here. You want to put this. Okay, and also if you want to attach something, and you can send it here. So this might be an option. Okay, but sometimes with the HPLM admin, so the administrator who is actually working on it is good, then you don't even need to send this one day and just put it. Once you open the defect, that automatically goes to the developer. And who is the developer, and the guy is assigned to. Okay, it goes and looks at the defects. Wants to ping, sometimes it pings you directly saying that hey, you open this defect, what's up with that? Okay. So that guy can communicate you to you if it is good. If it is flexible environment, if they have like flexible environment where you're working on, it's all depends on the environment, right? How the environment is planned environment is not always you get what you expect. You never get what you expect. It's always completely different. Sometimes it's flexible, it's good. You can communicate directly to the developer. Sometimes it's not. You cannot communicate directly to the developer. In Wells Fargo, California, San Francisco. Okay, so that was the place where you cannot directly communicate to the developer just like that. If you got it, you will get seriously an email from your boss. Big email or saying that you should communicate to the developer directly. So it's again based on the clients how they want to take up with that. But I always like the flexible environment. If you are flexible and you can directly communicate. Okay, so once this is done, okay, once you change the status to open and our defect is ready. Okay, now we have opened just a defect, but okay, we have just opened a defect, but is no good. I mean, because let's say you have opened one, but you are you'll be opening more than one, or two, three, guess what? But your lead has to know, or you, at least you have to know which defects belong to which test case. Okay, so you need to know which defects belongs to, which defect belong to which test case. So if you don't know, okay, then you'll be confused. So what you need to do is you need to link. You need to link. In Granite, it was pretty simple because you were opening against that user story, so it was pretty much easy. Here, you're not opening with any requirement or any test case. If you open that, again, linking is not required again, but you are not dealing in that way. So, what you want to do is link this defect. You see this link? So, let's go to test lab again. So, let's say we have opened this defects, 146. So, defect number is 146, and you want to go to test lab and find our test cases where exactly we are writing this test case. Okay, so let's say we found this. Okay, good. We found this test case now. So we found this test set which we open a defect for which, okay, click on this test set and you find this all the options here. On the left side, click on link defects and you want to link existing defects. That is second one. Click on that. The defect is 146. Click on link. Okay, so now you successfully link the defect. Click on OK. Now once you link it, this icon shows up here. So click on refresh. Okay, see this small icon, chain icon. This shows up here. That means that is linked with the defect. That means this has defect. Okay, so this shows that in a chain icon. That means this is defect. So this test case, now you can have multiple defects of this same test case or different test case, different defect. Okay, this shows okay how many defects you will be having. So lead will be just clicking on this and seeing how many defects you have. This the linking should be should be there. Okay, so without linking you cannot do. You cannot, even if you open defect, it doesn't make sense because lead is not able to find it. Okay, and again, once the linking is done, go back to defects module. Here again, it shows a chain icon. To show it up, click on refresh. Once you refresh it, this thing shows up. Okay, so that means this is linked with that test case. Click on this, that test case shows up. Okay, so this is the linking option for this. But in Rally, you really don't require that because we are already opening on other users, sorry, same test level, same level actually. So you don't really don't require that unless you want to change the project name or change the user story. Only then you can have that option to move that to the next project. Okay. So other than that, you don't require. Okay. So any questions so far? Okay. So let's go. Let's move to the next module. So here you have this option. You can navigate to this description. attachments, if you have any attachment for the defects. Okay, and here you have these comments. In the in the descriptions that we have comments. Let's say again developer wants to add some comments. You want to add some comment. Scrum Master has to add some comment. Architect, people, or business analyst, or whoever in the world who is belong to this project. Okay, can add this comment. So they want to see like, okay, so this is not a defect, or this is showing up in production. That's fine. This is something else. So you want to have view and ads. Click on that and okay. So if the developer wants to add some comments, we'll add this and can change it. Okay, so they can add these comments. And then if you have any attachments, you can attach it. Okay, and if you have any linked entities, so this linked entity. Okay, so here let's go to this. We have two linked entities. Okay, defects and others. So others is good. I mean, this is what you want to link with the other test case. Let's say there's 2-3 test case you're working on, 2-3 defects. Just link with that one. That's good. But there's another option called defects. Okay, so here this is good. Okay, so let's say you were testing an application, okay, you were testing something, and you opened a defect, and you went to the developer and said, no, we are not going to, the developer actually rejected the defect, right? So developer rejected the defect, saying that there is already defect for this, okay? So this is a duplicate. Okay. So for developer, it's a duplicate, right? So you said this is a duplicate, close it, man. I don't care. It's this. I'm working already on that defect. There's nothing to do with this one. Okay, so this is a duplicate defect. So what you want to do is like but that defect is raised by some other team or some other people. What you want to do is, but the thing is, if that defect gets fixed, this defect gets fixed. So that's interrelated with each other. Okay. And developer says this is a duplicate defect, this is nothing to do with, or he said that this is dependent defect. Once that defect gets fixed, this defect gets fixed. Okay. So what you want to do is and you want to link that defect to this defect. Why? Because once that defect gets fixed, you want to test this so that this doesn't have any issues. Because by fixing that defect, you want to make sure it doesn't screw up something else, right? So you want to link it. Okay, so you want to link it. So what you want to do is you want to link the defect. So go ahead and click on this, and let's say somebody else has opened the defect and the defect ID, and click on link. Let's get link. That means these two defects are same, or like you want to, because you want to view always this defect, because once this gets fixed, your defect gets fixed. So that's why you want to link it. So that's one of the reasons. Not always, okay, but that's one of the reasons to link it. Link other defects. Here actually you're linking defects, not test cases, but in others you're linking your test cases. Okay, these two are different things. Here you are linking defects, here you are linking test cases. Okay, in defects, why? Because because of that defect, this defect gets fixed. So that's why you're linking it. Or because these two defects are same. So you're linking this and you want to close it. Okay, that's really impossible. Okay, so many reasons for linking this. Okay. Okay, so once you link it, so that's what is link entity. Development activity is for development people. Data history. So this is all about this defects. Any questions so far? So we have completed this defects module. Okay, so here you can have your own way of putting this project. This is like kind of flexible. So you can change it the way you want by assigning columns. Okay, so you have this so many columns, right? So you can change it. If you want the fixed time or which date you want. Which let's say environment is important for you. You just want to click on this environment and move this here. Environment. Okay, so on. So here you can change it and add it to the favorites. Once you add it to the favorites, you can view who is working on the project and just click on the defect number, it shows up here. Okay, so these are like shortcuts if you want to use, but you can actually use from this. So click here, from here on you can use. You don't want to use everything from shortcuts, but you can still use that one. Okay, so if we have no questions, so let's move to the next one. So we move to the reports. Okay, this as you also have the reports for this. Okay, again you have this two kinds of report like project level report and team level report. The project level report actually notes the way the project is going. How many issues are raised. How many test cases are written. And the team level reports is normally used for the performance for the team. How um, the team is performing, how many people are working on this issue, how many people are working on this requirement or user story, and how many people, just two kinds of reports. Okay, so go there, you have this option again, we can generate report from any of this section. Okay, again these reports are done from, by the lead, team lead, or uh, senior QA. Okay. If you have senior QA, they might tell you to create report. So here I have this. Let's go to the pilot reports. So let's go to standard defect reports. This has so many defects, so that's why it's nothing. So it's showing up all the. So this is, what it got generated. You want to see this, if it is good. This is standard defect, and you want in MS docx report. Let's say you want in docx, and you want to click on this. So all this, can is customizable. So everything will be different. Okay, the company header here, instead of application, let's say put their company logo and slogan, and all those will be get updated. So the administrator will take care of all those things. Once you generate this report, so this, this report is generated in MS Word. Okay, so all the defects. This is how your report, gets generated, and you can send it to the boss. Okay, boss, your Scrum Master. Normally, Scrum Master does this job themselves. If they have any report generation or something, they do because they are technical, but your boss is not technical. They let you do, they let you do this, and then they do it themselves. Okay. So even though they will be having all the access, they'll not be doing. You need to do all this. Okay. So this is how you can generate. The same way you can generate for test lab too. Okay. So just close this. Fix. Okay. So let's go to the graphs. Okay. So this is more for a project report. Okay. So how the project is in graphs. We can take that. How people are doing what. How many defects have been opened. Okay. So you can see this. How many people have opened defects. How many are fixed. How many is assigned to them. Okay. So you can view here. And if you want to see as a pie chart, you can see as a pie chart. So when you click on this, you just go with that particular uh, scenario, and you can see that which is like you're trying to drill down like more information. You're trying to get more information like why this is 7, why this is only 2. Okay. So when you automatically click on that, there it shows up here. Okay. You can also save this. But this gets saved into you know, either JPEG or map format, or you can also copy and paste in MS Word, and you can email it. Okay, so do it that way, or if you want to save it in JPEG or any image too. So that's how you can generate the reports for the defects. The same way you can do this for the test lab too. Okay, go to this, go to your test set, go to analysis, go to project report, go to just get some standard report. If you have something specifically, then you can go to some specific, or just you can go something which is here you cannot customize much. So access, okay, so let me give you access, by today, I'll be giving you access, okay, for HPLM. So I'll be, giving the instructions. Okay, so but but you guys have this too, right? Just make sure you guys have this rally and TFS, Team Foundation Server from Microsoft. Okay, um, just you can just have an idea of a rally. Okay, and if you want to use this one, that's it's up to you. You want to use it. And click on generate, docx. Here you can generate this report. Again, you can send it. So this is test, test lab. Okay, so this is test lab. You can also generate report for this too. Okay, and you also have this graph. You can also get so who is doing what and how many people are working on, and how many have failed, okay, how many have been voted, how many have passed. Okay, so once you click on this, you get drill down results. Okay, you can also do this in pie chart. Who is working on which one, and you can save this too as a JPEG or bitmap. This gets saved as an image, not as MS Word. So you want to copy, paste, and put in MS Word, you have to do that manually, and you can send the report. So this is about test lab. You can also do the same thing to the test plan too. Okay, but here it's not really that important. Um, Nobody has that much time to do for the test plan, but still, if you require that, you can go to project reports. Is a little bit different here. So we want to go with test with standard test report plan reports. Okay, so once you get this, go to generate full doc. Okay, so once it gets generated, it's all this information. So it's more too many files, it's like 182 pages. This all this information will go here. See, even if you don't do this, somebody will be doing this. So make sure you guys do good work, because all this, whatever you're trying to do shows up here. And this goes, see, even though they don't require this, because they can, uh, they can actually view the work right from this tool, because they don't require this one, but still, they might ask, they might tell you to do this. Okay. Okay, so the same way you can do for graph 2. Decimal, decimal. And this is, you can also do drill down for this too. How many tickets are pending, how many are working. I'm sorry, this is test plan, right? Test cases. So let's see how many test cases, who have written what, who have been reviewed. Okay, so which is normally these days, nobody actually looks this much. Okay, normally you need to concentrate most on the defects. Defects is your opening defects large and the defects. But yeah, it's a good because you never know how they are looking into it. So they might check your performance. Okay, so in that case you need to see, you know, need to be make sure how you're doing. And the same way you can do it for requirements. So requirements you don't require because requirements is nothing is done from us. It's done for the business analyst. The business analyst, okay. The business analyst will be, their managers, their hierarchy of their manager will be, working on that. And they will be actually. So it's not really our job to get the information or project report. Or this is not really to do unless you are a business analyst. Okay. Our job is only to test plan, test lab, and defects. So requirements only to view the requirement. That's it. You don't. You really don't edit or something. You don't write anything. Linking also option you may not have. You cannot always link the defects to this requirement. Sometimes you want to link it because sometimes the defects becomes a requirement. That becomes a user story. In Agile, it happens a lot. Okay, the requirement, the defect which you have opened might become a requirement. So in that case, you want to link that defect to that requirement. So that's what you have this linking feature in the requirement. But you may or may not use it always because it's not really required. Okay. And mostly business analysts are supposed to take care of this one. Okay, so any questions so far in the whole HPLM? Any questions, suggestions? See, this is an old tool, but yeah, you can just practice. But still it's it's kind of little bit outdated because the new tools are much way more better, and even if you see not only this, just see for example like eBay. Let's take an eBay company. eBay is pretty good. Now what they do, they use all tools which are open source. So everything. So their test management tool is also an open source. So they may not use this HPLM. If you get a project in eBay, so they may not use this HPLM. They use open source. Everything they use open source. They might use something else. Okay, they might not even rally. So they have some open source, test management tool. They will be using that. Okay. So there are a lot of open source tools too. Okay, and okay, and those are much more easy. So easy to work on. So this is not so easy because it's not like kind of easy. It's like redundant, but you are spending more time just pulling up the test cases, writing test cases, and doing things which are not very productive. Okay. So that's the reason, right? This is, that's what I say. This might be, this will be an obsolete at one point of time unless they come up with a new version. Okay. Okay. If no one have any questions, so can we close this class for today? This is pretty much about HPLM. Tomorrow, I'll be giving you introduction on UFT. So this QTP. Now we'll just go to the QTP, that is regression testing tool. Okay. This will go through this, just an introduction class, so that we have some idea like how this QTP. If you get a project in QTP, just you can just go as a QTP tester, a UFT tester, a Selenium tester. Okay, so I'll be giving you access to HPLM today. Okay, I'll send an email. Okay, thank you guys.